Ebusia for brass say yedi democrata nchirase no ebremo ohima afiachre asiedu ewo ha. Meantime, birthday wish to you, Madam Rose Ousu of Presbyterian Church, Ramsey Congregation. Madam Rose Ousu of Presbyterian Church, Ramsey Congregation, Taifa. Na your birthday. Wadofo nyina say memfa emma and na your birthday. So people around her, family, friends, all well wishes. On this day, the 9th of July, Madam Rose Ousu of Presbyterian Church, Ramsey Congregation, Taifa. Good morning and enjoy your birthday. And payment chairman Mr. Theodoric Segbefia of Rana Motors. Good morning, sir. A Prophet William Opon Piasa. If you Papa. The church or more, I be me on Babejimeno. It's important. I was all page 4. The Prophet William Opon Piasa. Good morning, Mr. Segbefia. Good morning. And then my own brother and friend, Mr. Kujo, head of IT Judicial Service. Mr. Kujo, good morning. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. You are really a brother. And then if is here, Peshi Lagoon Bridge Works tall, and a paybidding common yenuya Michael Crofi and yenuya Barkate. Adu bidding come about the chamber, whether we are dropping the chamber or we are dropping the chamber to pick the chamber later on. Daily Graphic front page says that a bridge spanning the Peshi Lagoon at near Accra remains uncompleted. More than 5 years after a portion of the road was diverted to make way for repair works. The concrete bridge that decks the water was weak. Hence, the decision to construct an adjunct steel bridge to make way for the substantive one to be rehabilitated. However, after more than 5 years, the project is in limbo, posing more danger to motorists and other road users as the diversion has created a sharp turn to the left for traffic flowing from Accra end of the Accra-Tema Beach Road. Front page of the Daily Graphic here, called page 16 as usual. Page 16. There was confusion at the headquarters of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation yesterday when some unionized staff hoisted red flags and banners to protest against alleged moves to sell some of the state broadcasters' channels to private sector investors. And I'm asking the production team to look for who to speak to this morning. Now, more than 8 hours, the flags and banners, some with strong messages, hung on trees until tension began to mount as some security men of the company nearly clashed with the protesters. Now, later, some soldiers said to be stationed on the premises joined the security men to remove the banners. That story is also reported on page 16 of the Daily Graphic. Now, Tunisia make Black Stars pay the penalty. Ghana Black Stars crashed out of the Africa Cup of Nations after losing 4-5 on penalties to Tunisia in their round of 16 encounter in Ismaila last night, ending another failed campaign to win the continental title for the 5th time. Now, it took the lottery of penalties to separate the two sides, who were tied 1-1 after 120 minutes of exchanges, with Ghana's Caleb Kuban fluffing his kick, while the Tunisians converted all their 5 kicks to progress to the quarterfinals to play against surprise side Madagascar. And so coming up, we have mouth-watering classes set up for quarterfinals. Teams like Nigeria, South Africa, Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Tunisia, they are all inside. And Ghana is out, and out. If you are... Koso.
Graphic de Obokrata eno ena yede eshase de Obokrata ene nimwa ena mijine amania graphic edi sudwa ene se bridge bia eda Peshi Lagoon no so edi kofala eben nkran no wo ma hwe nimwa bridge no asai bebu emfie numa etwem ni asempanyfo beye ye ya divert kwan kra yi ato baby na nu atumi aboa ma bridge dada asai no wo ma ye afei die wo mu ye fofo ni wie ya dada na aka wo se ye no edi bepem enne empanyimfo yi wo mani eno manfo no echese se de yi kwan no so no ama ehwa yi hu papa enti omo hwe se enmani wi empanyimfo be hwe na bridge na asai be se emfie numa etwam ni echire nie yentumi ensiesie no won hwe na wontumi enyema wo esanse ahyenkafo a wo mu di ekwan no so akoniaba no wo se aye hu papa enkanka se wo free enkran ede kwotema beach road no so no wo chese ehu ede ma driver for no wo nkwampo ene wo machine no enyina nti wo se enmani mu ya wo twe graphic for adwene ede esi so ede na anamonto bi ewo a empanyimfo enhwe na wontum fanfa sa bridge no ensiesie ehu graphic katafa etoso edunsia enemy gine no chese headquarters Ghana Broadcasting Corporation enra na eye pani ko hwade unionized ekuma wo makiko mabo mati konmaifo no wo nyina abubo kojemo na koja no mamubom keke wo de bibubo nua so banes akese ene wo buru ntwinimu ye dede ene wo ka se na ya no ane sen na amen say GBC adwumaku no wo channel bi a bi ti say GTV omo govern channel no na wo nkote asa channel no say mpanyimfo pese wo mo ton edema ankrankre enom say ba ne sen say eya aban diampo na mpese mo ton edema ankrankre na eya ankrankre so dia ombe manage die enti ye ntia se eno na ma wo mo ekokopai a wo mo di kojambo bobo nnua so edi bibibo wo mo tini wo mo nsa ache so wo mo de che say de ekoso no mani enye hwe ene ye bebu don hwe mi enwotwe echi no na te say franka akoko ene banners na die himsa a ma twotwo ne ma bebre ede aguso enti ema security mpanyimfo mo boban wo ho no e ka de na nkom ne wo mo kra wo mo ye sa oye che no e de buani a ne santentam asojafo nso eba mu bi ebe patapata wo mo ansa ne ye hye wo say eye franka akoko say ye banner akoko ni nyina wo mo hye so mbetumi eye free ho na wo mo fa kwampa so e ma wo mo nsem a etiti wo mo ni nyina enu empanyimfo enim enom na graphic e de abetu dwa e okatafa etoso edu ensia na katafa etoso edu nsonso graphic eba amanesa afedie acting director Emma Public Affairs ewo mrashebedwem racket ado wode aba say Ghana for mukasa aban ni tie mrashebedwafo etie made sedi amoka nyina edu o masum say de moka se chamber no so ni fa so se nyina wo mate enti chamber nke yedi sika bese $200 million na ekwa akosie no afedie acting director of Public Affairs ewo parliament racket ado say mrashebedwa no o matwe asensan enti se chamber no omubesi ni de yenim omatwe asensan kranti se oma drop that chamber se de Ernesto Yeboa na sema okan no mrashebedwafo nso omage ede atum graphic the obokrata na echi ho na mejen captain and you dede ayu ni se guniti okam keke o se ye oma brego pa enura Ghana Blasters any Tunisia akansi na nkoyi amfa ma my Ghana emrante no bobo omo boy so che 90 minutes ni si kra match say extra time buy mu bosi ye afa penalty eno ni asemi a edi Ghana efri me na che say Tunisia for sure omo dia 5 ni nyina Ghana lusu ba kom enti 4-5 dia na che say Tunisia na e call menemi enti ye Ghana edi efri AFCON akansi no emu a ene graphic ebo amane ewo echi ho eno achi no ka say amaibi ti say Nigeria, South Africa, Algeria, Cote d'Ivoire, any Tunisia, womo enomani abra, che say womo eboabo mo han lazy omo boot na che say quarter finals no, omo tumi ede ahihye soyi. Enti na any ensemble daily graphic.
Ghanaian Times Parliament drops new chamber plan after public outcry. Now, Parliament has suspended plans to construct a new 450-seater capacity chamber of complex, estimated to cost $200 million. And the decision to drop the plan is in response to public outcry following the announcement by the Speaker of the House, Professor Aaron Michael Quay, a fortnight ago. Parliament's acting director of public affairs, Madam Keitado, speaking in an interview with the Ghanaian Times in Accra yesterday, said Parliament respects the views of the people and has suspended plans to construct the new chamber. There is the need to pull the brake on the decision to construct the new chamber because the House respects the views of the people. According to Keitado, it would be nice if Parliament got a new chamber, but for the time being, we have suspended the plan in view of the public sentiments until a time it may be necessary. And the Parliamentary Service Board, the body championing the construction, she said, it would be meeting to issue a public statement on the matter, but I can confirm that in the face of everything, the plan to have a new chamber has been suspended. Now, the House has been heavily criticized ever since Speaker Professor Okwe at a media engagement unveiled the artistic plan of the proposed chamber, which was expected to start at the end of this year. That is the story Dear Cray, Beam, was say, Ghana, K. Michael Crofi or Line, so Abekandian Cram Pony, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire to cushion cocoa farmers with stabilization fund. Okay. Yes, a brand TB where Dim Finchia Dunkron or Korea, dear uncle baby as a shraj. Baby, Unya Sama, Obequama, Yajono. Eho. Michael Marchen.
Yeah, Bru, lawyer.
Na apomwe.
Oh, lawyer, me dina na so say trokonkron no.
Mo amunim no say obi chia wa utimeje so say ya buru. Ya nche mu odu papa. Say munima, de munima na morning. Michael.
Lawyer.
Na abrantie na ose de asem. E de na ha no.
Enye wiasa fefede FM paboa beba so ne ntade a ekukọkọso a mabu ne hihye ni bi na ono so oni ho akonyanti na se so kuhwiade na de cotton na ya reho sem papa pa se abufra wenya efihia dunkuno onye adwuma ni din de Amos Kwansa odu eye kofodua betom ne potem ho a na hotedin a ombo na wagye so ye eye shark na no kwasem mi ne se charge for omo apie mantem ha akade kwampo no ewo fam omo kwabata regional office nankasa omo ba adwuma obi awi omo laptop afi tablet be mienu omo hu afi omo bi omo drawer tika be 1900 omo hu tom say na office ya tututum na oni park no ye den na wa be wura ha no mu abevia ne men on be hwe luvesa ye tutututu om luves no mo se what e de na ekosi e no mbise bisa ya na chese cleaners a omo was net flat no omo cleaners net one mo ne private security man e chese omo do mo self abrantie bi mu a mo hu so ne nam ho no ma okwa bibi o politin bag mu nti omo de omo tempa omo de na ma police nti ene na charge for no omo nkọhwe ene omo koye se no kure na wa bra kofo dia magistrate court ekwa asram eho no wo de abrantie Amos Kwansa ya na hotedi ede saki ebegina ho no mo na omo de begina ho wa bra eye opanyin eye his worship ora osese bi etredwam eho na chief prosecutor ora George Defia ebekin kan sam editor police ene court dwam training say eye bosu ye twam de to so edu num no na chese eye accountant a okufodua charge ho eye ora Nyankson Peter ono abeka kire police for say the sika 1800 ye via in the office na office laptop na tablet mienu eka hom enti omu so na chese abranti a ye fe no Sambo Otre na Edu Charles a omo eye private security na afi omo no paper eye senate office no charge na was senate office na mu ewo eye kofodi ha no mu omo cheso omo sa branch bi ene na nam ho no mu a wa pawura office ho no mu enti se na oye no na bra o de ba ho no na omo timu twetwetwom kakra na omo frɛ no
so Michael me say asem kakra abrantie onto omo ne court enra right
me omo de ne court enra
now wo court enra na
mbatwani
enti no ye bisa no so odifo anase onifo
ogitumu se odifo
o se odifo
okay police for ne kofie e ma omo kohwe ni dem mo hu eye laptop no na afi so omo hu eye tablet mienu no na sika na e ka ho no bisa no o te so di sika na akotom paboa na afi ntade ahihye na nkai na aka no we so a ohu na wasem a woman say ni nsem a yetete wo court wo say eye ora Peter Nyankson a ono ye complainant and ha say accountant ma portfolio side office no ne ba ni sa abofe ya ye friend Amos ya wenya be bia wi ade say eye side office no
oh really I see
enti na chese bia wakon papa wo hu loopholes a ewo office wo say me fa na me si ha na me yese ya me bora me papa office one na makosi sanema e wo e ya ona court jamten ni hwedi already no omo cheno no ni police for kwaku eye office one ko kire om kwan a office di via de wura office one mo eni ade enti court jamten ni hwedi eye owura his worship o say sibe e hwedi no say abantem nya wodi e de nyamra sem papa na etia embrasa obeya say na kodemo if you poly me na ofrem fia office to sesraji any officer kekeke ho bon ra ho bi mu nkodi nyamna sam ko joma de eti so ebiem enti me no ka say the abrantie no court ahye say on kotre eye aban kukum no nye djuma den e fanka ho na afie mienu na na epie mu wo ho no.
I see. Hey.
Hey dio.
Michael Edding.
Na
yan fa ntu union mo fo. Say 2 years no enya grow.
Am dey amuka en sheda en kan bebru. O be hwe no na obi ho no ma 2 years na yen to say na mienu.
Yo.
Obesa be yibiem.
Yo.
Omo tai ko bag bi bia be.
On komra da kro be ko na say wa mabiemu a.
Me ko ampo de na me say we mpo de am say judge no de ache no because that no obi ko wi abode eduro nsia ono yama no bosumu mienu we de wa fa sika aka ho wa fa tablet aka ho wa fa laptop aka ho and yama no mfie mienu na yeso ye de ache no office session adwa ko wi ade a na mfie mienu nyame ne di no fa fofia nya sa ade anko be ko mfie duonu
so unim say etoda nso so na say oba court na wa ma court amre na aba na oje onfum tumu a hona no ya na enso so influence sentence ay de ma no enti no enti judge obehwe sa na ema ni nyina na oba na nkobe ye shutanga say wa mfa na nkoma yedi asem tenten afa drebo a ka obete ne bobo that's Michael that's pa yo Michael Krofie ne twetwe enkomo no but I would say this obi anya adwuma da bia meka sa asem no kakra bia obenya bia aye na ewidie enye ade papa. The Office of the Attorney General has failed to produce the first prosecution witness in the case in which the National Chairman and the Deputy Communications Director of the National Democratic Congress (NDC) have been charged with conspiracy to cause harm and assault of public officers in the trial of the two, Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo and Anthony Kwekubuahe. Anthony Kwekubuahe. National Chairman and Deputy Communications Director, respectively, was set to begin on July 8, 2019. At the Accra High Court. However, Mr. Siama Sampong, senior state attorney prosecuting, told the court that the witness was indisposed. At the proceedings yesterday, Dr. Abdul Basit Aziz Bamba, counsel for Mr. Buahi, told the court that he filed an application urging the court to strike out the charge of conspiracy to cause harm against his client. Removing his application, Dr. Bamba said the prosecution failed to provide the essential ingredients in the charge of conspiracy. Mr. Sampong opposed the application and said it is vexatious and meritorious and the abuse of the court process. Ruling on the application, Justice Samuel Siedu said the narrations in the fact sheet remained mere allegations which ought to be proved in accordance with law. The judge took the view that the application sought to invite the court to assess the case of the prosecution even before evidence were provided. The accused were arraigned on April 16 for allegedly
Okay. Ghanaian Times Democrat eno enamede etwasoi na mijina kratafe etwaso emiensa chairman Emma NDC Amanyoko national chairman Owura Samuel Ofosu-Ampofo ene Anthony Kwekubuahe wo mumienu na wo mujina emre nimai omanfo kaya tape bi babonte esi esusu se wagina baabi ni NDC fo akasa na ne nsema okekaye no chese enyade a ebeboa ma oman akonkan enti mpanyufo apagya asem no afa tape ni bi aka ho a wo de akopiem ewo court na enura ebra wo frɛ asem no ewo court na enura no wo sha se di ewo Accra High Court eno na Ghanaian Times eba amane se Office of the Attorney General was enkode otumi edi prosecution witness odansini eba ebeginem ema ye free aseni na ase ekowi ase a wo me beto court na nim se odansini ne hododo no kakra na chese oyare enyade a obetumi abanti enura no na chese no show aseni no entumi ankoso a ene Ghanaian Times ebo emu amane na katafe to so miensa e Ghanaian Times wa nso tike obeka ya omanfo bi a say omo Togo no mpeso omo Ghana but omo peso omo tie omo na wo omo from Western Togoland for no so aha yes omo so charges ayede ebo wo omo say omo peso omo declare Volta region for otade ma ebeye oman na wo omo tie omo efi oman Ghana ho no charge no so eyade a ya drop it esan say prosecution na wo no so obeginem ame yedi asem no wo no so afa de watwe no say onye interested bio on peso beto akoso ama asem no yedie enti se on peso beto akoso ama asem no yedidi a na se court no entumi ntonkoso a eni asem no enti wo so ko edu a ede efofare wo mukom no eyade a ya drop ni nyina ene Ghanaian Times obokrata no ede abetu dwa el katafa etoso mensa katafa etoso edunsia
enti enkokrofo mrantie no omafom ho adi
o say ya drop ide ne na se omafom ho adi
ne enu no ye nchechemu nchira manfo kaka enu ye kwan a emra kwan a nya se tumi a de ama attorney general na se ne kwadubofo kwa aban kwadubofo tumi a wo se ye sha asem sin asi dia ana asem a dia court no tumi ba ka se on to aso bi on person better on na asem bai na o se on to aso bi esa nchese wadi bi mu sa uni bi se ye jao seko e bia dabi kura e betumi asan ba fa bi
se na dwene san asesa
ana se bia na wahu bibi
onya adanse bia
e bia na ope ana se otumi kura ka se ye hwe okura no
on shada ye nyano mane
on fa mra ntesam na
nkwaya asesa no nya che Ghanaian Times katafa etoso edunsia ena migine Ghana eni Cote d'Ivoire mpanyimfo se omo pese omo te futuo bi eye fund omo be friend stabilization fund na se sa futuo no omo bo e de ama akuafo a omo dokoko e wo Ghana eni Cote d'Ivoire na ahye omo komu den ama matumi abo adwuma pa nti omo guso a ka wo mani no mensesa adwen ahwe se enima nyina eto ye na ewie peye ma wo ma sa fund no omo betumi abone katafa etoso edunson e Ghanaian Times obokrata no emo and worker say enche kra Kolebu Teaching Hospital omubenya DNA machine na bese emfie 9 enie na wo DNA machine na ewo ho no oboton edema Trust Hospital ewo osu ewo nkran enti afa de kwanche for pain na woda Kolebu Teaching Hospital anno Dr. Daniel Asari edi atudwa say omuhia DNA fidie foforo oba na bi ni ho enti omuhia foforo ndi omakara omohwa kwan say enche wo nsa ebetumi akabie enti na che say we ni ensema horo bi na enne Ghanaian Times the Bokrata no wode ebabeto eja.
If you're in your fast call the Chronicle, judge says through rain. Page 3 of the Chronicle. Now the Tema District Court hearing the murder trial of the former manager of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Mrs. Josephine Tando Asante, went through hell when the case and others were called for hearing yesterday. The heavy downpour in the morning and the badly leaking roof over the shared housing the court made lawyers, judicial staff and those who have cases at the court uncomfortable. But the presiding magistrate, Mrs. Akosu Anochua Japan, would not succumb to pressure from nature and continued with the sitting of the court until all the cases for the day were heard. In Mrs. Josephine Tando Asante's case, the court heard the request from one of the accused persons, Christian Ejay, the houseboy, for a specific document. Mrs. Japan, however, refused his request on the basis that his counsel must put in the request on his behalf. The case, which was slated for hearing at 11 o'clock on Monday, was delayed and had to be called as the last case for the day because counsel Baba Jamal, Baba Jamal, could not, for the first time, make it to court, probably due to the heavy downpour, accompanied by strong winds that swept the coastal and forest belts of the country in the morning of yesterday. Medicare Canada said, Chief Justice who sa court na obemayatum, yes, because ensena emfatase indiscipline on our roads getting worse. Now no yabo posifor abaso omonkoso na omonya ebeboy empa, yes, yes. Adekye buses rotting in the bush. Yanko back page.
Okay.
More than half of the 60 Scania Marco Polo buses from the Ministry of Transport to the KMA for the piloting of the Bus Rapid Transit BRT service have been abandoned to the mercy of the weather at the Forikrom yard of the State Transport Company in Kumasi. If you saw
STC
Christian the Adekye buses, high friend Ayalulu in Kumasi. The equivalent of the Ayalulu bus service in Accra. The buses are part of the about 206 imported into the country during the SYLNDC administration through the Ministry of Transport for the BRT project in the country, in the major cities across the country. Now, it is not exactly clear why the larger number of the buses were idling in the bushy yard of the STC, especially around the rainy season when city dwellers who rely on public transport, popularly called trotro, struggle daily for the transport to and from the city center, especially during the rush hours of the day. So, question maybe say yentimi twetwa akwan to to ho a yentimi manem fa main road so at least for the meantime.
This is not
nice. Right? It's not nice. Mubasa, would you do this? You know, we make sure my next to see move the buses.
Move the buses.
From drop the chamber to move the buses. And as to how now?
No, no, class we say.
Say. Oh.
And I know.
So watching.
And no.
Nada. Me can be far home, but.
When the dumb person become one.
That's my inti.
Mate. Naba.
Yes. But more important, where Matisse as a parliament say, I have said, say that may not be the way, but sometimes you see. Extreme provocation to me, and so it may not have done well anyway, but be a bintina or yes. But I'm talking about the buses. Kumasi will be move the buses. And yes, sir, if you don't move the buses, we move you.
Sure.
Yes. Have you uncle?
Chronicle the Bokata and Unekitami. Kratafe toso miensa e na mesha se free tema district court enra wo mutena asem na asema na wo mu edie ne eye kane manager e ma Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority Orari Josephine Tando Asante ha nipa bi kun ya ya no ninsem na no mguso a wo mu edie na anopa no so manfo be ka enra nsuo toy papa nsuo anto keke ne mframa na mu ano eden pa na enu no chese se wo hwe court ho a na enema nko yie wo mu nchensen a ebo edan so nyina enwuno enso hotem Wafo, presiding magistrate, Mrs. Akosua Nochewa Japan, Wama Insua na Enyugu so no, Muna Bem, and from a baby brand na Efa, a one na a woman yinano, or batten, and many yina, and Muna Bem, what none to so, Emma cases are and no, Moshe so Mubedi, I was a Libya on Omudini yina, Eko Pim se Odirie and Sana, was sorry, na and no chese, Womu etna Sam no socrano, Nanko Shakwan say, a lawyer for Womu agem de Ama Abrantia, was Susa Onima mini woman. Ebie Baba Jamal ene obako a oka ho mba piem e wo court ho Isaac Eshon court ne twen wo twen wo amma enti asam no kra no wo twen ediko akire na nka wo se edi ne ntem enso wo de ko share lati kra esan se na wo show manim enti enso de edi nkan enie wo enhu lawyer for no enim ne no na krata e ka se ebia ebetumi abase ensubransam a eton ra no pa na mfama na no odin bebre e wo mu no enu nti e na esi o kwanya wo entumi ama Chronicle the Bokrata echi ho wo sempa wo se wuko Kumasi a buses bebru adusia Adekye buses ibi Ghana ha anke wo se etumi di akonia badi a hemfre Kumasi traffic bebre bei o manfo pon ase de wo brand se na wo manya car kofie kra we de buses iguram STC wo yard ho na pra na pro na etete na nsuo bro no na eguo saya na essay wa abreko a yenya mfaso bia emfemfiri so na the Ministry of Transport and the basi Emma Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly say Jumedi ye bus rapid transit service in NT enka womun sonhwe afa de buses ye akonwe ne senga he wo fori krom yard STC e wo Kumasi entu enko Emma esiwo eche bosum cheche he na pra na pro na tete anso he na etete enti ye toye ene ye anaso se yanto ene ye e bo manika kwa Wabreko nke betumenya so mfa so yenye bibia emfa ho ene the Chronicle the Bokrata or the ababeto eja
yanko page 3 of the daily guide na yemfa sasemu nye kasebo mamam for just in case Now, the president Adekye Nsroma is expected to commence his annual leave on Thursday. A statement from the presidency signed by Eugene Ahen, Director of Communications, said the president, who is currently in France, to begin a 3-day official visit at the invitation of the French President Emmanuel Macron, would leave that country on Thursday, July 11. Now, President Akufo-Addo left Ghana last Saturday to attend the 12th extraordinary session of the Assembly of the African Union held in Niamey, the capital of Niger. The AU used the summit to officially launch the operational phase of the African Continental Free Trade Area after it achieved maturity on 30th May 2019 when the 22nd member state deposited its instrument of ratification at the AU Commission headquarters in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. That is it. So anytime soon, Yebeya Sports, I've got Romeo here. He's looking hearty and gay and happy. Not very disappointed. Yes, so, well, that's it. Teacher in mystery death. Friends, family, colleagues, and mates of Pearl Sadinam Lu, story on page 15. Yet to come to terms with the mysterious death of the young lady last Friday dawn. What happened to her? She was scheduled to get married that weekend to Maufemo Koshi Wampa before her death. Untimely death. And the tanker driver murdered and hanged is also here. These are not very pleasant stories in the newspapers. So if you are editorial. Editorial. Okay. We also virus in the lines. Sasu Janina Nano. Okoye recording no say idea was say ye check it na enya idea eboa kra na no me pacho man but me kan say as obi a me sojafo aye adwuma pen no menim say sojafo mfo mo hunwura man wasem enti no say asem kra ho a wo ho adwen kra e shoutim enti no Nansenka eba in the first place and eba. So see, those who have signed up and are serving the nation as soldiers know that know what it means to bear GH and regimental numbers. The moment they can no longer abide by the standards, the appropriate action for them to do so is to drop the uniform which belongs to the state. Now, awesome.
Say they dropping the also.
More hey, my dream brutal. But yes, I know we so you need your account can be. Yes, now okay. Yeah. If you're my media,
Daily Guide, you Bokratano and a Ekita me now Bakata Fet also a dunuma. Stories are a honey can crouch as or cheche ni be. Hey, I did an afternoon nebusian for woman teasie, a coin of fast or a training quite ya nanu if you're that amachin a trem ya. Napel or your cheche ni, hatches and uncle shock once now tree yet now tree yet or bear worry. And then so be on would you could dear a buyer or could she and coffee quemu a sano. Ain't see a busiantia in ye now for no so teasia. Enye yi woman nam so eye hwehwemu ye se o se niti na ene ye niti na ene ya saa ye de no kopie mu akuse government hospital team wati na nanom ewo ensiedo enti aye areho sempa e de ama abusua wom eguso a esu tanker driver bi nso o che se nipa bonifo bi akunu ya awie asan e de na sadua sokora e de aka ho enti aposifo akwamu no ho a wom ye hwehwemu akohu sa tanker driver ni dia omenya Timothy Kabute aka Timo wom akwakohu enti aye areho sem ai no so muguso a wom ye ensem no emu enhwehwemom
enti wonim yemfa de aka sports.
And
because when we are back,
okay, may advert kakra. I have for a me material a shame fefa me de aye jume. If we Adekye collection na asha material fefe omo fariko mo inside fariko mo na emu osu e ho na wo mo ewo Adekye collection o pataria ko hin bebia okwa omo de enema fofo aba efe ne bo eda from ko na Adekye enshow atare Miti fefe so CK56 Beauty Salon. CK56 Beauty Salon. Omo Achimota Kingsby Runabout wa. Womo ene ye miti fefe ede mame. Akaka krebi no do Kingsby Runabout no. On senifa ubon se salon signboard kese esi ho okwa. Ombesi esi for all occasions ama ho ai fefe. Ensi eda womo ase TK.
If you are son of beda omo ase so men da sadata say no pay me glasses you want to prepare ni mu.
So that's my manager. It's
and it's looking sparkling. Yes. Sadat collections. Yima fashions.
TK the prophet
from Fatty Studio.
Makeup. Come on.
Romeo is saying, what happened? What happened?
A game.
It happened.
It happened.
Yeah, it's game. You know, I know it's game.
Penalty is a game of chance.
Yeah, I know. But the uncle Juan can call a game of chance.
Oh, uncertainty happened yesterday.
What uncertainty?
Well, everybody, especially Ghanaians, will be on them say.
Please. The Tunisians also knew some
majority of Ghanaians.
Of course, the Tunisians also knew some.
So
maybe looking from your side, you're on more side.
No. We're only concentrating on our side.
But that's not the best way to approach games, you know. Sometimes I don't think you have hope some will bet me away. And me and Ra, even after the equalizer, no crano. Now me feel fine in my spirit, you know, and sometimes I did be aware by it, me see me so. And if I make cry, yes, your penalties in the matter, honestly. I'm boy, I'm saying my 3 and son I made too many, because I said na.
TK me
who we ask him say. And
honestly, na esisi me so. But you're happy.
No, but you see,
sometimes BB bro, but some sort of feeling be.
Yeah.
I
had that feeling. But it wasn't a very pleasant feeling.
It wasn't
and sa feeling na minya and rano. And you be na minya bre ni Uruguay. World Cup. And this Uruguay they no say me 2 car free hand. Some day if you want no me free hand because I had seen signs and you're very pleasant and so I felt so my main coffee and then I left. And then also even though or more shema equalizer
and stuff like
but no pay me by my country Ghana for say you cool. No be nothing has happened. Yes, it is game that has happened. Nothing has happened.
It's just one game.
And am I indeed players not 10 minutes at least
a competition in 24 countries for the first time and a coy.
Yeah.
And our blasters do round of 16. Oh my idea.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Be it on my idea.
Forget. Where are the Tunisia, forget it. Madagascar, forget it.
Now we start now VR.
Yes.
Video assistant referee.
Yeah.
Before I ever share tournament, you say you do quarter finals.
Why?
I didn't see.
For the first time I feel in Africa.
Oh, please.
No, ticket. So Africa you bought Champions League. Esperance and Casablanca, Real Casablanca. Use VR. And no come use VR and to kwasi e ma match no kwa yen
and today
I just say na I just say o meti me and the omoka say Cup of Nations quarter final.
What am I there nwa VR no yen nim ye obi aya ma ya so ahwe bi so kwado so ye hunu ye come on after all players are moboi omoba o man ya use VR also
yes
why money Salah Navigator hwan akoye obo ayasi omu nyina country no mbobo so no ye use VR
yeah
enti ye coach for no referee for no manim so anyam omu hu ana asa de
CAF on say
Oh,
calf no share.
You see, as an Amaya, we look too backward.
Exactly.
We look too backward.
Get the VR Eshasia.
Because I'm not a ball in Caribbean.
Oshe all the angles are. Bo Patisa, a bonnet, and my referee no say, but even Osha Gra. Initially, said, a flower and said, go fish on the dada. Go chair, my body.
Princess Mrs. I didn't know you via. You did some common area. I feel Waba. Yeah, dear. So seriously, the American say, it's technology.
Yeah,
a buy a check. And you're feeling here. So I didn't know I was a young quiet story here that different. I don't get it. This is a talent. What's the problem, guys? Talent. Talent, boy. So why should we be doing this, kind of